All right, looks like we're live once again here on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for letting me back into this space. I know I screwed up, YouTube. That was my bad. And if you're watching this, and I'll tell you a little more about that later in this video, but if you're watching, thank you so much. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button below and that like button if you're digging what we're doing over here at PWP Nation. A lot more to come now and into the future. A lot of things to talk about in shows coming up, a lot of guests coming up, but please hit that like, subscribe button. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the crazy sports card purchase days. Not only that, we'll talk about some of our guests coming up over the next couple of days. We're going to have Christina Freesia on tomorrow. She's a former pro wrestler and a fitness model. And she does more than just that. She does marketing. She does entrepreneurship. So she will be on the show tomorrow, pending any changes. And also, we'll have DJ Storms with us, a wrestling podcaster and somebody who's got a lot of heat out there in the IWC. He seems to rub a lot of people the wrong way. So we'll have DJ Storms on this Friday talking about pro wrestling. And of course, I'll be on his show again right around Fastlane. And we'll talk about wrestling, talk about what's going on, talk about anything else he wants to talk about, maybe dive in a little bit deeper into who he is and what he does. And that's a part of this show, guys. If you've never seen the show I do here, a part of it is diving into the lives of my friends, of interesting people, maybe some people who I've connected with once or twice and have never actually had a full conversation with. People, especially who I haven't spoken to in person, face to face, who I mostly have interacted with through Twitter or Facebook. That's what this show is about. That's what I want to do. 5 days a week, maybe more than that, maybe multiple times per day. Who knows? But that is what I want to do. I want to have discussions with interesting people and provide value through civil, respectful discourse. I don't care if we agree or disagree on any topics that we talk about, but I want to talk it out and not be violent about it, not be mean about it. Sometimes it can be mean. I mean, that's just a reality. So let me backtrack a little bit. Sometimes having debates and discussions with people and talking about things that might be a little bit controversial, sometimes that might be a little bit mean, not intentionally, but sometimes it can be. So I'm not going to say that I won't do that. I'll just try not to because, I'm not a bad guy and I don't want to be. So, but more than that, I appreciate any of the visitors or people who have spoken to me in the past on social media. Like I've been doing this thing with the wrestling space and now doing this thing with a different space, obviously here with talking about politics and interviewing people and talking about different things like Bitcoin, which we'll talk about a little bit tonight. And sometimes I don't know what I can and can't do because I've never been a full-time YouTube type of guy. Like I've never sat here on YouTube and created content constantly. So I didn't realize to get into a little bit about why I got suspended. No guest tonight, by the way, and this will be a quick show, but why I got suspended from YouTube for a week is because I live streamed historical content on the WWE, meaning I was looking at some old wrestling clips on a live podcast. Now I've seen many YouTubers put together these carefully constructed documentary style videos utilizing WWE content. I didn't know that was like a big fat no-no. I may have known. I don't know. I may have forgotten. I may have like just screwed up along the way. But at the end of the day, I got suspended for a week because of it. My fault, my bad, Twitter. I apologize. Please don't suspend me anymore. But it was cool. It was whatever. I mean, I took a week away from doing this. I kind of got my head a little bit refocused. And a couple of things I did do was I started investing heavily into sports cards. So that's something that I feel like we should talk about tonight. I'm going to do just that. I'm going to actually dive into some of these websites that I use to purchase sports cards. And we'll look at some of these deals that I've gotten recently. And maybe you guys think it's good. Maybe you guys think it sucks. But I want to hear what your thoughts are, So let's dig into good old eBay. What's up, eBay? How you doing, my old friend? Everybody loves eBay. I think eBay is, as you can see, some of my recently viewed items. I was checking out this 1993 WCW yearbook, which is a hot item. I mean, guys, you can see this Cactus Jack card here. It comes right out of this magazine. The magazine sells for $275. This Beckett graded Cactus Jack 8 has a listing price of $525. So this book has a sheet of cards inside it. And here's the sheet right here. Oh, I'm in a weird spot. So where'd it go? Oh yeah, it's one of these revolving doors. Here's the sheet right here. The sheet attached is being sold here for $900, which is just ludicrous. And it's just the sheet from the magazine. As you see here, Steve Austin, Johnny B. Bad, Cactus Jack. Oh, Missy Hyatt. Hey now, Missy Hyatt. We've got some more big stars here. What do we got here? Van Hammer. Well, big star. Shane Douglas. Is that the Shane Douglas rookie? We got Jushin Liger. Is that like a really early Jushin Liger card? You got Medusa. You got Brian Pillman. So these come out of this magazine. So I did buy one of these magazines. Look at some of these other ones. We got Vader, Sting, Rick Rude, Ron Simmons, Dustin Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, Eric Watts, Barry Windham, Tom Zenk. Many of these are moderately priced online. Like I believe you can get most of these here for like 15, 10, 15, 20 bucks. So it's nothing that's too rare when it comes to those. But the idea is to get that Steve Austin or, whatever. Maybe you just hold the magazine for a while. You just sit on the magazine. So I'll show you what I did in just a second here on another app. Let me just give me a second, just pull this up. I purchased one of these magazines, and I'm happy to say that it was a pretty good deal. I think. Where did I do it? Did I purchase it or did we? Yeah, here we go. I did purchase it. Yeah, I did purchase it. So let me share this with you guys, and let's see if what you think about this. 1 second. And we're going to head over to another app that I use to buy cards, and that is Mercari. I mean, Mercari seems to be a good look. I got this for $115. Okay, we were looking at it on eBay just a second ago for 200 plus. I got it here in Mercari for $115. I think that's a pretty solid deal. I don't know about you guys, but I think that is a win, win, win all day long. Because if you even come back to eBay, and I know we're streaming here, let me see if I can switch this the screen share here. Let me see what we got. I think I'm just trying to figure out this app. All right, we're going to stop the screen share. We're going to reshare. And we're going to go over back to eBay. And we're going to just see what these have sold for recently because I think I got a pretty good deal. Yeah, I even looked it up before. 1993 WCW yearbook. And you can see they're listed for ridiculous prices. Look, $149 for the sheet here. I mean, that's decent price, I would say. But if your plan is to get the card graded, I mean, look, you can get the card graded, put it up for more money. Look at the Cactus Jack, $525, like we're looking at before. Here's a 4 Cactus Jack, $85. Even the Van Hammer look $10. Anyway, here's another one, $275. But let's look at sold listings. Sold items ended recently. So these are the ones that have ended the soonest. So you can see here the sale date March 1st, $275 best offer, $275 best offer. The sheet sold for $209. Look, the Shane Douglas for $10. Cactus Jack for $49, a 5. Look at this, Steve Austin, 7, $314. Look at that. So now I come back over to Mercari and I look at that $115 that I used to buy this, and I say, okay, I got myself a pretty good deal here. Like I got myself a good deal. Like I did. I got myself a good deal. There's no other way about it. Even this magazine sold for $150 on eBay. Look, $333, $900, $240. Look at this all day. $310, $152. So I'm in the money, in the money, in the money. Look, $250. Here we go. A raw ungraded Cactus Jack for $50. For $50 freaking dollars. The prices of these cards are absolutely out of control. And I love every second of it because this is only the beginning. I mean, you look at the amount of wrestling fans, of WWE fans, and then you look at the amount of people that collect sports cards, NBA, NFL, MLB, baseball card, Pokemon cards. Those genres are much larger than the wrestling genre in cards, period, end of story. The thing is, this genre is starting to expand. So these type of commodities, a 1993 WCW yearbook with a Steve Austin rookie card, are going to become more rare by the day. So what am I saying? I'm saying if you can get your hands on these, invest into getting this Steve Austin graded. Look at this, a 6.5 grade, $200. If I did that, what am I paying? About 25 bucks to get the card graded, 30 bucks to get the card graded all in. Send it in, comes back to you 12 months later. Hopefully it's going to be less than 12 months soon, but comes back to you way later, and then you sell it for 200, you're in the money still at that point, and you got the rest of the magazine and the set to go. So it's a good purchase I made recently, and I'm happy about it. I think it was smart on my part, and I think it's going to be good for my collection and what I'm doing with diversifying my portfolio, because that's essentially what this is. You're diversifying your assets. You're literally digging in deep, and you're saying, okay, I have X amount of dollars that I can do X amount of things with. Where do I want to put that money? Do I want to buy bullshit? Do I want to go to, like, I don't know, the movies, or I don't know, like, what kind of BS is there even to do now? You can't even go to the movies now. Like, what else are you going to blow your money on? Why not invest it and turn it into something that you like, something that you enjoy doing? I like sports cards. A lot of people like action figures and other memorabilia. Do it. Just do it. And then invest into those collections, because what you have on your hand aren't just things. You have investments. You have things that are going to turn into more money in the future. And we're using data from the past. Because think about it like this, too, guys. Sports cards, at the end of the day, are still new, man. They started in like 1800, I think, something like that. And that is still kind of new in the grand scheme of things. So just think about it. 1993, Steve Austin, American hero, icon. Dude, it's a no brainer. It's an absolute no brainer to me. So I'm pumped about it. I think it's a good idea. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that's one. Another, like, just to show you a little bit about what I'm talking about here. 98 PSA. We'll just click 1998 PSA. We'll look at sold listings. We'll sort them differently because let's do the list view. I like the list view better. Okay, this is another card that I specifically invested some money into getting graded, and it's this 1998 WWF Comic Images Superstars PSA 6. This isn't my listing. This is not my card. However, I have this out at PSA right now. Oh, look at this. I got a comment. How about this? Ha 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 ha. I'm the only viewer, probably because you're a raging douchebag. From Wobert Bawa Theon. That might be correct, Wobert. Thank you so much for your comment, though. I appreciate it. And I think it's funny. I'm going to leave it up there. I'm just going to leave it up there the entire. I'm going to leave it up there until you put your next one, Wobert. And then, I'll put that one up. And then you can put your next, whatever troll comment up there. And then I'll put that one up on the screen, because the last thing that I care about is you, Wobert. You're the last thing on my mind, pal. I do this for fun, brother. For fun. So keep doing your thing. Anyway, let's get back into it. So this card, and this guy now, he says, "My God, you were an ugly fuck." I'll leave that up there too. Thanks, Wilbert. I appreciate that, man. You're the one that lives under a false identity. Okay, so I appreciate it, brother. Anyway, so this card, this 1998 Rock, I have out to get graded. This one specifically, I already got graded, came back as a 7, and I flipped it already. So you look at these card prices, they are absolutely unbelievable. 3 Ken Shamrocks for $35.99. And a big part of the reason is not just because they are a Ken Shamrock card, I don't think, but also because the Rock is actually in that card. Like, that's another reason. What else we got here? $7.99 PSA 9 mint. This is mine. Admittedly, this is the one I sold. All right. Admittedly, this is the one I sold. PSA 7, Dwayne Johnson. I sold it for a little less than $599.99. I'm just admitting it. I'm just telling you the truth. That's the one I sold. Okay. That's really all there is to it. And look at this. I sold it. I can tell you right now, I sold mine for much more than this $379. This listing here, I sold it for much more than that. And I've also been able to be smart enough to purchase more of them, right? So it's about keeping your money moving. It's about keeping it going all the time. The second your money stays stagnant and stays still, you're in trouble, okay? And that's what you don't want to happen. I mean, look, you can be the guy or the girl that sits around and just stashes money into a 401k, stashes money into a freaking IRA or into a savings account, just sits there and chills and is very conservative. That's cool. I don't think it's fun, so I choose not to do it that way. I like to keep my money moving, man, because I think it'll grow faster that way. Check this out, too. A 9. This is about what I sold the other one for, a little more than this. A 9 in January sold for the amount I sold a 7 for in February. That is absolutely absurd. That is huge. Here's another one. Why would anyone take advice from a bitch boy who begs for dollars on Twitter? I have an actual troll. It's unbelievable to me that I have an actual troll. This is just I'm I'm actually honored, Wobert Bowatheon. I'm honored that you would take time out of your busy day because you're so cool, right? Because you definitely are not a raging douchebag. So that you're not one of those, right? And you're absolutely not ugly as fuck. And you're definitely not a bitch boy. And you do not, Wobert, I repeat, you do not beg for dollars on Twitter. And Wobert now says I'm broke. He now says so all right. So I must be broke. You absolutely are not broke. Okay, you're definitely not broke, Wobert. So that's that. But you look at these prices. Unfreaking believable. Now this guy got a deal. He got the Steve Austin PSA 9 too in that deal. So I'm just saying, man, there's opportunity out there. There is plenty of opportunity. There's a lot of money to be made, and there's a lot of fun to have. So if you've listened through all of this, I urge you to click the link below. Okay, click the link below. I have started a brand new group on the Telegram app. I don't know if you have Telegram. I love Telegram personally. I think it's one of the best apps there is. All of your chats are encrypted. You're not going to get people, like any kind of app like this one or freaking Facebook or any of that stuff or Twitter. You're not going to have them spying on your conversation using Telegram. So I would suggest that you join my brand new group. It is a mastermind group. Okay, I call it the Wrestling Card Mastermind. It'll be in the description below, and you could join it right now. No problem. Jump in. We're just building it up. Haven't even really posted a lot about it yet. This is kind of like the rollout of it. But join that group. We're going to talk about sports cards that we're buying. We're going to talk about sports cards that you should buy. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff in this group. But again, this is day number 1. This is the first announcement of it. Right now, you can join. But join only if you want to learn and if you want to teach me and if you guys want to seriously take it seriously. Like I don't want any clowns in there like this Wobert guy or anything like that. Like if Wobert jumps in there, he's getting booted out of here immediately. But it is what it is. It's cool. It's like whatever, man. Just if you want to join it, join it. I'm gonna put it in the description in just a second here. Do it live because I only do it live here on YouTube. I hate doing like edited videos, man. I don't know about you guys. I hate doing edited videos. But we're going to tomorrow have an interview. Christina Freesia. Don't miss it. Boom. Save. Okay, so you could join the group in just a second below. Should update in a second in the description. So you'll be able to join the group down there. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about, man. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, a lot to do here in the future, man. I'm only getting started, brother. I'm only getting started. This is so much fun for me. And I hope you guys enjoy my streams and what we talk about. And this guy Wilbur says, "Go back to school, used car salesman." So Wilbur, you must be a grad student or something, somebody who has a very big bolsterous education. Yes, I am in fact a used car salesman, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. But thanks for keeping the conversation going, Wilbur, because I'm not talking to anybody today. I'm just kind of doing this on my own and just kind of bouncing around. But the next thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin. And I'm a huge Bitcoin guy. I love Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is a smart investment. I think it's a good idea, but I also am not a financial advisor. So please invest wisely, doing your own research, man, because I am not going to tell you where you should put your money. But I absolutely love Bitcoin as an investment. Look, it was about $58,000 the other day. It's now 49.6. Think about that. The volatility is absolutely crazy on Bitcoin with 49,000. But the beautiful thing is, guys, the beautiful thing is right now is the time to buy, because ultimately, if your strategy is to invest long term into Bitcoin and not get out anytime soon, like that, like kind of my strategy is, I don't have a large amount, but I'm not selling. Like I am just going to make smart buys with Bitcoin. Now you can try to trade if you want. I mean, trading Bitcoin is extremely difficult. It's very risky, but it's a lot of fun. I've done some of it in the past. I've won and I've lost. I've done both, right? You have to move your money in and out really quickly. You have to make sure your keys are right. You're not screwing up. You don't accidentally hit a button, because if you mess up sending Bitcoin and your private key that you're sending to is wrong, or the private key you're receiving Bitcoin to is wrong, that Bitcoin is gone, right? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to mess that up. Yeah, but Bitcoin right now, I think is beautiful. I am absolutely stunned by the rise of Cardano. Stunned, absolutely freaking stunned, and the fall of XRP in the same breath. Like stunned by that. But I'm also happy because I do have some Cardano, not a large amount, but I do have some. Also, Binance Coin. I'm sitting on some of that. Everybody should have some Binance Coin. Binance Coin went freaking ballistic. Like, look at this. This is insane. And Binance Coin looks like it only has 10% left. So that's why it's going nuts. And same with, if you look at ADA, which is Cardano, there's not an unlimited supply of Cardano. That's why it's going up. Same with Bitcoin. There's not an unlimited supply of Bitcoin. Look, 88.77% of Bitcoin has been mined already. Like that is completely absurd. I didn't think we'd be at this point, but here we are. Here we are. We're at this point, and that's a huge number. I'm loving everything I see on this. I don't know a lot about Polkadot. Seems to have a very high supply. Lots of Polkadot out there, $35 a coin. I don't know. I do like XRP as a long-term investment. I don't know what's going on with them and the SEC violations right now, but I do like it as a long-term investment. I think it's to look at it at least. Maybe it's not where you want to put your money, but to at least look at it. And Litecoin is absolutely unbelievable. It's Bitcoin Junior, in my opinion. There's a lot of similarities there, but it's a faster network, and Litecoin also does have a limited supply, as you see here. And as the supply starts to run low and scarcity starts to happen, the price is going to should essentially go up. And Link is another good one. I mean, Link at $27. It recently was $12. It's going up. Stellar, same. It's sitting there right hand in hand with XRP. When XRP gets released, Stellar's going to get moving as well. They're both going to freaking bolster. If you look at XRP and Stellar and XLM, you know, they're very close when it comes to the percentage of supply that they have. But of course, yeah, look at the amount though. It's a different kind of crypto. You'll have to dig in deep. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you why XRP and XLM are different from Bitcoin, but you know they are slightly different. And look, it's just an amazing time. Doge is still holding strong at 5 cents, which is absolutely incredible. All it needs is one more whale run, and boom, Doge is off to the races. One more big bull market for Doge, and wham, we're going high as the sky. It's going to be absolutely insane. Some of these new ones I got to look into. Solana, of course, we know about Monero. I've known about Monero for a long time. I haven't touched it ever, not once. But NEM, like, what is that? I don't know anything about that. So there's a lot of digging I have to do. And that's a part, again, another part of this YouTube channel is going to be some talk about cryptocurrency as well. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how you can build and maintain wealth now and into the future. You know, Tron is one that's sitting at 4 cents. I remember I had this for a fraction of a penny. I sat in it for many years and I got rid of it. I was like, what is this shit coin? What am I doing? Actually, I'm going to lie a little. I didn't get rid of it. What happened was I decided it would be smart to move it into Bitcoin, and that's what I did. So I was able to take it and just move it right into Bitcoin. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me right here in this episode. I do appreciate it. Again, I was only suspended from from this channel because of my negligence and just being a dumbass and basically just going out there and live streaming when I shouldn't. So that's why I was suspended. But you know, it is what it is. I'll get better now and into the future, brother. And just keep crushing it, man. Had a really good month, February, made a lot of money in February. A house is starting to come along, man. Just a lot of good shit's happening right now in life. And I can't be more grateful. Got a lot of positive people I talk to on a daily basis, a lot of good friends, a lot of positive energy. Of course, we have trolls like this guy and some other ones that have been in here tonight, but that's going to happen. Man, whenever you're doing something right, whenever you're opinionated and speak your truth and you back up your truth with facts and with, relevant information and stuff that people can actually, you know, help people. Like, that's the goal here. Ultimately, the goal here is to help people. And if I can do that, no matter which way, starting a wrestling group to talk about cars on Telegram or doing this channel or whatever, just growing in various ways. I mean, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Sky's the limit. I ain't stopping anytime soon. I'm not gonna let dudes like that, go back to school like or use like what kind of like this kind of stuff is just absolutely just gross to me. But it is what it is. Not everybody can be positive and happy and boisterous. But tomorrow we got the great Christina Frisha on the show. She's very nice. We had a brief conversation on Facebook Messenger, but haven't spoken in person ever. So it'll be nice to talk to her. We're going to talk to her a little bit about her career in professional wrestling, although it was very short. She experienced a lot of cool stuff. Also, talk to her about her physique and what goes into actually being a professional fitness model. Like, if you see pictures of her, you'll be stunned. She's freaking ridiculous. So we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about other stuff, marketing, how to better yourself, advice, good vibes, all that good stuff. So we'll do a lot. We got a lot going on this channel, a lot to do. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and thank you so much, as always, for joining me here on the show. I'll